We're halfway through the work week. Good Wednesday morning. This is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center. Hey, hey. Copy, cut, and paste. Yep, the forecast looks a lot like yesterday's forecast. Not much change. So I guess you get to relive Tuesday's weather all over again, sort of. So here's a look from our Oshkosh sky cam. And you can see we've got overcast skies. It's 68 degrees, dew point 65. It's still humid. That north to northeast wind at 6 miles an hour, really not bringing down the humidity very much. Here is our satellite view, and you can see the clouds that are drifting through the area. These clouds tended to thicken and lower last night after midnight. Now, a little thing that's kind of nerding me out in a weather geek kind of way. If you look over by Lakewood, do you see that little corkscrew action going on there? You see a little swirl? I suspect this is what we call a meso area of low pressure, a meso-low. Now, what exactly is that? Well, basically, when we show you weather maps and you see the red L, that's a low pressure system. A meso-low is kind of a smaller version of it, a localized small area of low pressure, which is helping to kick up some of this cloud cover this morning. You can see that kind of counterclockwise spin around this little miniature area of low pressure right over top of Lakewood. So you're in Lakewood, or Mountain, you're in northern Oconto County, you probably don't even know what's over your head except for the fact that there's clouds. There's a little area of low pressure spinning over top of you. That seems to be drifting southward. And as that swirls out of the area this afternoon and high pressure builds in from northern Minnesota, I'm hoping that these clouds will start to break open, similar to yesterday. So there's the forecast. Clouds, maybe a little bit of a sprinkle or a shower. You know what? Hold on a second here. Hold the phone, folks. If you give me a second, I can call an audible here on my computer. Let's go back to our satellite, and then let's switch over to ViperMax. There's First Alert ViperMax. If you look in eastern Fond du Lac County, that might be a little bit of some mist and some drizzle that's trying to form. And I see that there's a couple little sprinkles out there in western Shawano County. All right, now I feel good about it. So maybe a sprinkle, maybe a shower, but otherwise clouds giving way to some afternoon sun. A little bit of humidity out there. You've felt it over the past few days. You're still going to feel it through this afternoon with a high temperature of 75 degrees. All right, so right now we're in the 60s. We're at 66 in Green Bay. We're at 68 in Appleton, 65 degrees in Marinette. Our dew points are not much lower, in the low and mid 60s. Anytime that dew point is above 60, it's kind of uncomfortable for most folks. So there's definitely some dampness to the air. First Alert Pinpoint Predictor shows our high temperatures this afternoon, getting into the low and mid 70s in most spots. Might be some warmer areas in central Wisconsin. 77 apiece for Wausau and Watoma, a high of 72 in Manitowoc, 73 across the Northwoods, which includes Pembine. Pinpoint Predictor picking up on a couple of those sprinkles or isolated showers. A large bulk of the area will be dry, however. Now, it's going to stay rather cloudy through about 1 o'clock this afternoon, but after that, notice there's some breaks in the cloud cover as that little swirly area of low pressure, that meso-low, moves out, and high pressure builds in from the northwest. I'm hoping to see some patchy sunshine, so hopefully skies will brighten up a little bit late in the day. Now, the high pressure system will sit over top of us tonight, so I think tonight we'll keep it mostly clear, except here's the rub. Areas north and west of the Fox Valley will probably see some areas of fog developing with a calmer air, lingering moisture. It's especially northwest of the Fox Valley. You'll find some reduced visibility as we go into the Thursday morning commute. That could be impactful for some folks tomorrow morning. Looking ahead, our next weather maker. First Alert update on some thunderstorms that are in the forecast for especially Friday night. And then everybody gets a taste of some early autumn-like weather as our high temperatures drop from the mid to upper 70s down into the 60s as we go into Sunday and into Monday. So low pressure, a trough of low pressure is about to buckle the jet stream. As it comes across the region, we'll have a quick little batch of some thunder showers Friday into Friday night, and then behind that trough of low pressure, you see how the jet stream winds, the steering winds are blowing in from central Canada down towards the Great Lakes. This will give us a milder air mass, a lot less humidity. Our dew points will feel very autumnal-like, and I know some people are happy to have that change. First alert pinpoint predictor, we'll pick it up at noon on Friday. You can see some of the clouds. Areas in northern Wisconsin could have a shower or a thunder shower. There's 4 p.m. right there. Now here's 7 o'clock. Perhaps a couple of showers near the upper Michigan border if predictor is right. Farther south in the Fox Valley, hopefully dry. There might be a shower, there might be a storm, but I'm going to try to be optimistic for high school football games going on that evening. Now here's midnight, and you can see, especially northwest of Rhinelander, some thunderstorms. You see them there on the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Those will be scooting across the area in the pre-dawn hours, early Saturday morning. I think they're going to be out of here by the time we get to sunrise, but it's generally from about midnight to 6 a.m. in the wee late hours of Friday night into early Saturday morning. We'll have a chance of some thunderstorms. Maybe there's a brief downpour, some lightning, and some gusty winds. I would say the severe weather risk is low. All right, there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Humid, more clouds, a little bit of late day sun today. Can't rule out a sprinkle or a shower. 75, upper 70s Thursday to Friday. We'll see a little more sunshine tomorrow. Sun and clouds mixed on Friday with that thunder threat, especially late at night. So here is our forecast for high school football games Friday night. Sun, waning sun, and then clouds increase, a slight chance of a shower or a storm, temperatures dropping from the 70s down into the 60s. Our Operation Football Game of the Week, it's been officially announced by our sports team. It's Winneconne at Little Chute. And we'll have highlights of that game and all the games across Northeast Wisconsin Friday night on Action 2 News at 10. Our sports team will canvass their wide net, getting highlights for multiple games. And we'll let you know who won and who lost, and get you excited for high school football. Hard to believe that there's some games tomorrow night and a whole bunch of games Friday night. All right, so back to the First Alert Super 7-day forecast. So we get that thunder threat late Friday night, then a cool front comes through. Behind that front, temperatures start dropping over the weekend. Dew points start dropping over the weekend. Really, Saturday's a great day for the Packers-Seahawks preseason game at Lambeau Field. Saturday, 3 p.m., some sunshine, breezy west winds, less humidity, kickoff temperature 75, and towards the end of the game, about 70 degrees. And then highs on Sunday and Monday in the upper 60s. A milder stretch, less humid. There probably will be some clouds mixing in with that sunshine on Sunday, and I think it's especially across the northern portions of our viewing area, especially north of Highway 64. There might be a couple of lake-enhanced showers on Sunday, especially in the afternoon. We'll keep tabs on that. The weekend is not going to be a washout by any shakes. Sunday is going to be probably partly sunny with that rain chance, especially north of Green Bay. All right, there you go. So our free app is available if you scan the QR code on the left side of your screen. It's right there. Just pop open your camera phone, and when you see the QR code show up in the camera, just click on the little yellow box that has the web link, which allows you to download our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. Get it while it's hot. All right, there you go. There is our First Alert Weather live stream. And, normally around this time of day, Aisha Morales is behind me preparing Action 2 News mid-morning. Well, she is off today. And Emerson Lehman is going to be jumping into the anchor chair to do our mid-morning show. It starts at 9 o'clock, so about 15 minutes from now. He's a busy guy this morning, and hopefully you get a chance to watch him give the top news stories, and I'll come back on and do some more weather. And I hope you have a great Wednesday. It's going to be a little bit on the cloudy side, but hopefully skies brighten up a little bit later this afternoon. I do think you're going to find still some warm weather this afternoon, despite the lack of sunshine, as we get our highs back in the 70s. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Catch you tomorrow.